Hi, I'm Doug. On behalf of BrainWorks, it's my pleasure to present the Ampeg SVT Bass Amplifier Plugins Bundle for the UAD2 platform. These plugins are great for adding classic SVT tone to existing DI tracks like this one. To complement the rest of the demos you'll be hearing, we've enlisted the help of one of the early adapters of these plugins to explain why they're so cool, as well as how hard it would be to create these tones in your own studio. John Cunaberti is a multi-platinum, Grammy-nominated producer-engineer who's recorded just about every style and piece of gear imaginable, with credits that include 10 Joe Satriani records, including Surfing with the Alien. John's expertise also led him to invent the reamp.
If you ever stood by the side of a stage and listened to an SVT that's been turned up loud, you understand why this plugin is so cool. You'll also understand that you can't get that sound in a studio setting. The thing would leak onto everything if it got turned up that loud. So typically it's turned down low and then it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. You need to have it up loud. You need it out in the studio, you need it turned up. And that is very, very difficult to do in a recording studio.
Each preset for these plugins features 4 user-definable settings. This allows you to do cool stuff like toggle between channel 1 and channel 2 in real time to see what works best for your part.
It never made a lot of sense to me why you would have a direct DI track in a rock and roll production. The SVT brings that rock and roll to the bass.
That said, the SVT VR plugin is also great for adding some girth to funkier grooves.
If you think about The Wrecking Crew with Carol Kaye, if you think about Paul McCartney, if you think about John Entwistle, you're hearing bass amplifiers. I don't think those guys are using a direct bass. So a bass amplifier and its sound has been very important in rock and roll.
Everyone John just mentioned is famous for the excitement of their performances. Players like Robert Trujillo with Metallica have been drawn to the intensity of the SVT Pro Series, in part because of how effective the EQ is in terms of dialing in some pretty wicked tones.
When I tracked Joe's last record, we recorded a bass amp, an SVT in fact, but I was not able to use any of those recordings because it no longer fit with the production 6 weeks later when we came here to 25th Street in Oakland. So what we had to do is we had to reamp all the bass parts to an amplifier and continually adjust it and tweak it in order for us to get the sound we wanted for the song. If I would have had this plug-in bundle during post-production, I would have been able to adjust the sound of the bass amplifier for each of Joe's songs. Each one required a slightly different sound, sometimes more aggressive, sometimes less aggressive. This plugin allows us in post-production to now fine-tune the bass amp sound, and I love that.
As John just pointed out, these plugins are incredibly versatile. As aggressive as the SVT 3 Pro gets, it also does a great job with more intimate tones. On behalf of BrainWorks, thanks so much for checking out this video. For more information about these plugins, including the ability to download a fully functional 14-day demo, please visit UAudio.com. Thanks again for watching. Cheers.